Are you looking for new ways to create awareness for your indie game? Getting new people to learn about your game can be tough, even more so if you're just starting out. You want to find places where your audience gathers. Today, we want to explore one of those places, a place that drives millions of active users and is quickly becoming an important tool for indie game developers. We're talking about TikTok. TikTok is a video-based social platform made available worldwide in 2018. In 2020, it saw a boom in popularity and became one of the fastest-growing brands of the year. Just last year, 2021, TikTok announced it had surpassed the mark of 1 billion users. This is great news for indie devs because TikTok charges no fees at all for the use of its platform, and you can reach millions of users in hours with great content and good marketing practices. In this video, we'll be looking at some great tips we've gathered from other devs and content creators to help you kickstart your TikTok journey. Remember, this is not a sponsored video. We just want to explore this enticing space. In fact, we are launching our own TikTok channel. If you want to check it out, we would love to hear what you think about our content. We'll leave a link to the Ask Gamedev TikTok account in the description of this video. Now, without further ado, we are Ask Gamedev, and these are 7 tips for indie game developers using TikTok in 2022. Welcome back. We make videos on how to elevate your game development and inspire others. If after watching this video you want to continue the game dev conversation, check the video description for a link to our Discord server. We're now making fresh Ask Gamedev content on all of the major social networks, so be sure to check us out there too. Tip number 1. Know the basics. First off, let's go through some of the basics to keep in mind when starting your TikTok journey. When you open the TikTok app, you'll immediately start watching content from accounts you're following or accounts related to your interests. Swiping up will let you jump through randomized content indefinitely. You'll also find a Discover icon that will let you explore content in a browser-like environment. Next to this Discovery icon, there's an icon labeled with a plus sign. If you tap on it, you'll access a built-in content creation suite where you can capture or upload photo and video content. In this suite, you'll be able to import and edit content, apply text, stickers, effects, filters, add captions, record voiceover, and grab audio for your content's background. You can also create content outside of the TikTok ecosystem, making use of more advanced photo and video editing tools like Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. If you do create content for TikTok outside of its editor, have these guidelines in mind so you can optimize the quality and efficiency of your work. As of this writing, videos uploaded to TikTok should be 1920 pixels high, 1080 pixels wide, and a maximum of 10 minutes long. It is also highly recommended to export your videos in MP4 and MOV file types using the H.264 or QuickTime codecs. Tip number 2. Know the algorithm. Algorithms play a substantial part in our everyday digital life. They're in charge of filtering, sorting, handling, and selecting most of the information that we come across while browsing the web. Every platform has its own algorithm, and big sites like YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok have very advanced and clever ones. If you are new to marketing and social media, it may seem hard to outsmart these ever-changing algorithms. There are several steps you can take to make the algorithms start working in your favor and give you a gigantic boost in visibility with those you want to see your content. First, know your audience. Is your content meant for teenagers, young adults, industry veterans, any social group in particular? A mixture of some of those? Second, with your audience defined, you may research the keywords that resonate with them and use them in the description and hashtags of your video. Third, investigate the best times to post content for your specific audience. You can start with very standard studies like the one in this graph, which shows the best average times to post for any audience. Fourth, try your best to have a consistent upload schedule. Missing out will slow your engagement when you have new followers. Fifth, play around with the songs that are trending. These may give you the same, if not more, reach than hashtags do. Tip number 3. Be ready for reactive marketing. Speaking of trends, TikTok is full of them. Not only songs, but also memes, filters, gags, challenges, pranks, and more trend every single day on social media. If you're up to it, you can have a great time hunting down the best trends and integrating them into your content. Enter reactive marketing. Aside from designing original content, you can also allocate some time to browsing content in the top lists of every category and try to spot the hottest trends out there. The sooner you respond with content of your own related to those trends, the better your chances are with the algorithm. You can either create content in line with the trends, or you can also create content in response to them. This is called reactive marketing, and it's best used in combination with other strategies that are less volatile. Some interesting trends that are happening in TikTok right now are trending dances. Just hit dance and see what dances are trending. Now, imagine your game's character doing those moves. Learn on TikTok. Have an awesome piece of knowledge to share with the world? Tag it with Learn on TikTok and you'll make someone smarter somewhere out there. Oddly satisfying. Oddly satisfying videos and images were, are, and always will be a trend. Put your skills to the test and create something that feels visually perfect. Tip number 4. Deal with short attention spans. TikTok is no different than many other modern social media hybrids. You can be liked, follow, be followed, and share conversations with users through comments and chats. However, TikTok is proving to produce users with very short attention spans, at least while they use the app. This means off the bat, your content will be prone to losing engagement quite easily. All it takes for the viewers to jump to another post is a simple swipe of their finger. When this happens in image-based environments like Instagram, it's usually no big deal because a still image can be processed by a brain in approximately half a second. On the other hand, when a user skips your 1-minute video in the first 5 seconds, they just skipped more than 90% of the full message you wanted to deliver. So, what to do? In order to get the attention of users, it is recommended to break your topics into single videos. Addressing several topics in a single TikTok video is not recommended by experienced creators. Also, when you define your topic, get to the point immediately. Either visually, textually, or through audio, jump right into the core message of your video. For this, you can make use of great hooks like cool aesthetics. Your game is beautiful. Show it off with your most attractive gameplay at the start. Creative, engaging messaging with trendy text styles. The TikTok Creation Suite includes several styles to fit your needs. Choose the ones you like the most and put them right at the start of your video to maximize your engagement. Tip number 5. You've heard them a million times. Remember to like and subscribe, and wishlist, share, etc. Always include a call to action. Once you show your game, your development process, your team, or share your message in those first seconds, you'll have the rest of the video not only to develop your point, but to also provide a call to action. Place a call to action inviting users to like your content, share their thoughts and reactions, or follow you on TikTok and other media channels. This will drive your user engagement forward and at the same time allow you to get to know your audience better by developing conversations with them. One of the best call to actions for indie devs is inviting viewers to wishlist and support your game. Indie dev Chua has had great success using TikTok to drive wishlists for his upcoming game, The Matriarch. Before TikTok, the wishlist count for the indie game was around 400. After a TikTok of his went viral, the game had gained 1,500 new wishlists after the first day, 3,500 on the second, and 2,500 after the third day. In the video, which received more than 1 million views and 100,000 likes in just the first day, he included text that said, "Check out and wishlist The Matriarch on Steam. Play for the free demo soon." He kept on posting, and in his next post, he included a call to action inviting players to join his Discord server. All of his work turned into a hefty sum of more than 23,000 Steam wishlists, far exceeding his initial goal of 10,000 he set when the game's development started. Tip number 6. Follow other devs and learn from their content. Following rules, guidelines, and best practices is a good baseline to build your content around. The next step in this process is following other devs and studying their content. The more you do this, the more solid your own content will start turning out. Learning from the experience of other devs will give you a great advantage when planning your social content. To start with your list, here are some awesome devs that have found great success using TikTok. Kazi TV, an excellent devlog about the solo developer's game Shotgun Farmers. Kazi founded his studio, Megastorm Games, back in 2014. In 2017, Shotgun Farmers was born from Kazi Jam 8 Game Jam, a game jam run by Kazi himself. He decided to stream all his development of Shotgun Farmers from day one through Twitch. Eventually, he got to TikTok, and the channel can now speak for itself. He has amassed nearly 1.5 million followers and 50 million likes. DevSeb, a great example of how to implement reactive marketing not only with trends, but also with what his viewers talk about. DevSeb is an indie game dev from the mysterious lands of Toronto, Canada. Some of his latest experiments include a platforming game inspired by comments from his viewers, and a hockey stick 3D model inspired by a real-life Austin Matthews collectible mini hockey stick. Indie Rich, an indie dev that started posting in 2020 about his steampunk open-world survival craft game, Volcanoids. Indie Rich has still to surpass 1 million followers, but that doesn't keep him from getting hundreds of thousands and even millions of views in almost every post he makes. If you want to get ideas on how to create algorithm-pleasing content, you may want to check him out. Inky Fox, one of our favorite solo indie games of 2020, found a solid community on TikTok. Jonas Monka, aka Inky Fox, used TikTok to promote the launch of his game, Omno. Clearly, one of his strongest hooks was the beautiful aesthetics of his game. Wholesome Games. This is a thriving indie game development community that first started on Twitter when indie game dev Matthew Taylor decided to start curating wholesome indie games. These are games that inspire feelings of comfort, compassion, and coziness. The community has since grown and spread to other media outlets, including YouTube, Discord, and TikTok. You can find many communities out there like Wholesome Games that would love to feature your game and help boost your reach. Ask Gamedev periodically hosts a community showcase where you can submit your games and be featured along with other community members. If you want to know more about it, head to our Discord server and check the announcements tab for the Ask Gamedev community showcase. We'll leave a link in the description of this video. Tip number 7. Try everything. The path to success is unique to everyone, and although the experience may help you find your way, your journey will be unique. Trust your authenticity. Don't be afraid of trying everything out there. Treat TikTok like a sandbox. The more different things you post, the more chances you have to engage an audience. Experiment with every tool that you find along the way, and don't be afraid of trying things that you haven't seen elsewhere. Thanks for watching. For more Ask Gamedev, check out this video about the best game dev YouTube channels or this list about game dev mistakes to avoid.